Welcome, I'm Karen Marsdale, and I'm on staff at the Greater Reading Chamber Alliance. And we're here today with yet another great member of our organization for another episode of Chamber Spotlight. So, Andrea Genduso.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
That's okay.
It's great to have you here, and I don't know if our audience can see this lovely photo, but it is beautiful, and you have the pleasure of working and owning and being the founder of a beautiful site here in Berks County called the Bern Farm. And when I think of it, going down 183, and you kind of look up to the right when you're just about at
right past the hitching post.
Right.
Okay.
That's
yes.
a good landmark.
Right. And after that, you will see the farm and the four-board fencing and things like that. Yes.
And I know a little bit about the fact that, you had this dream of doing this this beautiful venue, and it was a passion and a labor of love, because it took quite some time, right?
It did. Let me tell you my story. First of all, thank you so much for having me here.
It's a pleasure.
Very, very, very honorable. Thank you for asking me. But the story of the farm is that 26 years ago when I moved here, that farm was just a beautiful place that people used to pass by and just say, this is the prettiest little farm in Berks County. And I got the luck to be invited to the house. I sat on the board of the Berks Equine Council, and the gentleman who owned that property would do the luncheons there.
Okay.
And I had a young family. I was the district commissioner for Berks Pony Club, and they asked me to be on the board. So I would go there for the luncheon, and the owner gave me a tour many years ago of what he did at the farm, and he did carriage rides and things like that, and it was just absolutely beautiful. So years later, it came up for sale. Unfortunately, he passed, and the widow wanted to go downsize a little bit. So we saw that it was for sale, and we had interest, and we moved ahead. While we were doing that, we found out that this piece of property had an incredible historic story. And the story is that in 1755, it was land granted from the King of England to William and Thomas Penn.
Oh my
William
goodness.
and Thomas Penn sold it to a gentleman named Caspar Wistar, who then bequeathed the farm to his sister Anna Barbara and Hans Epler as a wedding gift. Therefore, it's Epler Hettinger Farm. So it started off as a wedding farm, if you will.
Oh my gosh,
so
yes.
It's pretty exciting. And when it came up for sale, there was some talk about making it into perhaps either a shopping center or a storage center. But people in that area just love that farm, and they love to keep things a little bit farm, country, town and country, and historic. So there was a wonderful person named, and you might know her, Phoebe Hopkins, who did an incredible job with the Berks Conservancy.
Right.
Putting some information out of very historic farms in the area, and this just happened to be one of them. So, of course, it's not as big as it once was. It's only 16 acres, but still on this farm, we're able to do a couple of really neat things, like grow hay, honey, we have honeybees, some herbs and things like that. And of course, we've renovated our barn to do events. And we are now on the National Historic Registry. We applied and we got accepted.
Wonderful.
So we're very happy about that.
It's a gem in Berks County, and I think I've been there for functions. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
You do an absolutely lovely job.
Thank you so much.
And it's one more venue that we can have for very interesting events that don't have to be particularly in a ballroom.
Exactly.
Or
so what's trending now? Trending events right now are that people, and the regular locations are absolutely beautiful and wonderful, but sometimes they want to just take a break and go a little slower and enjoy the day.
Right.
And that's pretty much what we do. We allow people to enjoy the day at the farm and get that feeling with family and friends. The other wonderful thing that I like about it is that we can bring in other vendors like photographers, caterers, florists, hair and style makeup artists, event planning people, and they can come in and then apply their business at our location, which is wonderful, and we all work together, and it just makes for just such a great time.
And you know, that's really interesting, because I think you're hearing more and more, particularly in the bridal arena,
Yes.
where brides and grooms are looking for something, like you said, it's not, you know, a little bit more unique. And I would imagine that when you say, you know, have the whole day, it might be that there's other things that are happening throughout the course of the day.
It's funny that you mentioned that, because a lot of things that are trending now is that weekend wedding. So in Berks County, and in this particular area, we are close to hotels, which are very, very nice. It makes things easy. But we have Blue Marsh, we have the Goggle Works, we have spas and other locations that people can come and make it a destination location in this area, which I think is phenomenal, because Berks has so many things to offer visitors that no one else, you know, it's very unique. And this farm is unique to Berks County.
I think that is great. Now, question, are you going to bring back the pony rides or the carriage rides or any of those kinds of things?
Already done. It's already done, because there's vendors who already come on and to take care of that. So it's really just, I find out, yes, I find out what they want, and I just kind of open up my suggested vendor list, and I go down and I say, this is the person you want to talk to, and it's a local vendor, a local person, and we're all ready to go.
That is amazing. So, you know, one of the things that we always ask as a chamber member, are there things that we've done, do you think, that have helped you?
Absolutely, absolutely. You know that. I've done the chamber lunches. I've done Small Business Development Center. They helped immensely in creating, you know, what my type of business is, which is memories, and a little bit of accounting, a little bit of marketing, and then, of course, coming and doing things at the chamber. Absolutely, yes.
And you know what? I think that is so, you've really kind of just teed up the, you know, my sort of mantra when I talk to small business owners, or I talk to folks who have a dream or a passion about something, and I'll say, you know, that's a wonderful passion, that's a wonderful dream, but now you have to think about the fact that there's a business side to it.
Yes.
So you're looking at those things that, I was a business owner for 8 years in another life, and I was like, I don't want to do this accounting. Fortunately, my husband did.
Correct.
But, you know, those are just really, really so material to the success of a business.
Yes.
So I love it when you can have this kind of, I would say, a dream business, but then you can also have the resources through us with other experts at the table to do that.
It is such a key for small businesses to get in touch with Chamber, with the Alliance now, because there's so many facets that can help small businesses. I'm very grateful.
Oh, thank you. Well, I know our time is cut now. It's wonderful, Andrea.
I just want to present her with a little bit of our honey from the farm.
Oh my gosh, I love this.
Thank you.
Oh my gosh. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That's from Berks County.
This is a treat. This is a treat. We love honey. Thank you.
God bless. Thank you.
God bless.
Thank you.